Hi there, Sandra here from the Schwowin's Nest. Welcome to my Holly Jolly Christmas series. I want to share with you that today's video is part of a seasonal garland challenge that I am hosting with my very sweet friend Jamie at SimpleRoots SimpleLiving. We asked our fellow YouTube creators and Instagram creators to make a garland, and you can do whatever you want. Thanksgiving, Christmas, winter, didn't matter. It also didn't matter whether you created it from scratch or started with a basic garland piece. We wanted you to have fun and create whatever makes your heart happy. I'm starting with these reindeer ornaments that I got at the Dollar Tree. They're 7 in a pack and they're just a nice little garland. I'm going to save the twine for later because I won't need it for this project. The first thing I'm going to do is give them a little bit of a brown black kind of stain. I want them to have a really nice rustic look. At first I thought the burnt umber and some water would be dark enough, but it wasn't, so I did end up adding a little bit of black, and each reindeer turned out a little bit different than the other because I didn't mix all of the paint together. I just kind of played around with my paintbrush until I got a decent color and then started to paint. Now that they're dry, I'll be able to do the next thing. I'm taking some aluminum cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree. I've just got this little piece here and I'm tracing out the antlers. I'm going to be cutting out some of the aluminum cookie sheet into the shape of the antler, and then that's what I'll be gluing on top. When I started cutting these out, I needed to make sure that I cut them out just a little bit smaller. So I went about 1/8 of an inch on the inside of the traced line. The reason I'm doing this is I want some of that wood on the antler to show up after I've glued this little piece on. So I'm going to continue to do that for both sides of this reindeer. I've been using a lot of Starbond glue in my projects lately and I am really loving it. This one is a medium thickness, which means that it has a little bit more working time, and all you need are a few tiny little drops. Then you press your project together for about 3 seconds and you've got a secure permanent hold. I thought it would be really cute to add some little silver hooves, so I'm just cutting out some half oval pieces and gluing those on. Since this is a challenge, there will be a link to a wonderful playlist of garlands down in my description box. Make sure you don't miss out on that. The theme for my Christmas decor this year is very rustic. Some metal, some wood, and black and white buffalo check. I've taken this little ribbon and I'm cutting about a 3-inch piece, and this is going to become a little collar for my reindeer. I'm going to take a piece of the buffalo check ribbon and starting at the back, I'm going to crisscross it in front so it looks like a little bit of a harness or a little X design, whatever you want to call it, and I'll hot glue both of those in place. I thought it would also be cute to add a little tiny silver jingle bell to kind of pull all the colors together and make it look really pretty. I really love how this turned out, and I think these reindeer are just adorable. I ended up only using 4, and I did 2 in one direction and 2 in the other direction. Now for the garland. I picked up this garland at my Dollarama. It's an 8-foot garland and it was $4. I'm going to just open it up halfway. I want this garland to be nice and full, so I'm only going to use 4 feet of it. I'm going to double it up. Then I'm just going to twist it and turn it and just make sure that it's all securely attached together. As I went along the garland, I grabbed one branch from one side and one branch from the other side and then just twisted them together like twist ties to hold it together and so the garland wouldn't split apart. Then I got to work fluffing it out and making it look as full as possible. To do this, all you want to do is grab every individual branch, pull it up and out. If there's anything laying flat on the bottom, make sure that you're looking at it from all angles to make sure that it's evenly spaced all the way around. The other day I was shopping at my Dollarama and I was super excited to find these beautiful picks and branches that they have. It's a multicolored pine, it's plastic, but it looks so pretty. What I'm going to do is just trim them in groups of 3 and add them to my garland. When I cut them, I made sure that there was a little bit of a stem, and then I'm taking some of the greenery from the original garland and I'm just going to twist it around and secure that pine branch in place. The best way to make your garlands look really high end and expensive is by using different branches, different textures, and not just leaving it the plain garland that I originally started with. So adding these other additional greens really makes it look so much prettier and fuller and more expensive. Last year, I used the same type of garland from a dollar store and I took it outside and I spray painted it white to imitate flocking. I still have one of those garlands, and what I did was trim off the individual pieces and I'm just using some hot glue to stick them in place into this garland, again, for more texture, more color, and just to make it look more expensive. Even though I know we all love to craft and it's just so much fun, but really the end result is that we want to create something that looks really expensive for next to nothing. Now I've got some large pine cones that I'm going to add in. I think I have 6 or 7 of them, and these are literally from the same type of pine tree that the second stems came from. Just a little bit of hot glue will hold them right into place because those garland pieces are plastic and they will just grab onto that hot glue. So I'm putting one in one direction and the next one will be in the opposite direction, and I'm going to go all the way across the garland with them. In keeping with my theme for this year, I'm using this 1-inch buffalo check ribbon. I've tied it at one end and I'm just going to go ahead and loop it around on an angle all the way through the garland. I'm just going to weave it and tuck it in between some of the stems and just make sure that it's laying nice and flat so you can get the full effect of it. The reindeer were able to just sit right on top of the garland. I'd like to say thank you to Jamie for hosting with me. Please make sure you go check out her channel. It will be linked down in my description box. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to stick around a while. Hit that subscribe button. Those 2 black arrows will show you exactly where to click. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. See you in the next one.